Okay, so a typical day for a Chinese elder in Paris, like every other missionary, wake up at 6:30, do your exercises, eat breakfast. Hope you're not the last one in the shower because there are 4 people in one apartment, and a lot of people want to shower in the morning, but there's not that much hot water, so try and be one of the first ones. Do your studies, personal companionship, and then in our mission, the Chinese missionaries were told to do an hour of language study no matter how far you're into your mission. Because I remember about halfway through my mission or so, they're like, if you feel comfortable in the language, only take a half an hour or don't even do language study at all. The best language study you're going to have is go out and talk to people on the streets. Whereas the mission president and his wife told us, okay, Chinese missionaries still take that hour in the mornings to study the grammar, to study Chinese. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because it's a hard language. But they wanted us to still take that hour. So you'll have your hour of language study no matter what. After that, we'd usually go contacting. We would decide on where we needed to go. We lived in the Chinatown. So we would either decide, okay, should we go contacting around here for 2 hours? Or should we go and try to find like another place to go contact? Because Chinatown isn't the only place you can contact for Chinese people. There are little pockets all over Paris where there's like little Chinese streets where we can go up there and talk to Chinese people, but we can also talk to more French people too. Just get both. So depending on how we were feeling, depending on what inspiration we received, we'd say a prayer, we'd go where we needed to go, contact. If we had appointments later on in the afternoon, we'd usually eat lunch outside, either at like a supermarket or a little Chinese restaurant or whatever, something cheap. That's the cheap food you can get, is supermarkets or Chinese food. So as a Chinese missionary, about 95% of your lessons will be in the visitor center, because the visitor center is right in the center of Paris. So it's very easy. It's right next to Châtelet, the biggest metro station in Paris. To be like, okay, well, we have this visitor center right in the center of Paris, right at the most accessible metro station. Just meet us there. Whereas like saying, like, oh, will you come to our house? Can we come to your house? Which most people aren't at their house until the evenings. So it made it really nice and easy for people that we were teaching to just meet up at the visitor center. So we would teach people at the visitor center, and then in Paris, knocking doors is illegal because they're all guarded with a key code. So technically, if you got into a building, you'd be breaking and entering. So what we would do, typical day in Paris, contact, teach lessons, lunch and dinner. Yeah, even if we're less active or recent convert lessons, it'd still be at the visitor center. Evenings, we would try our best to try and have family home evenings at members' houses. Whether it were just us going and sharing a message at the member's house or bringing an investigator to a member's house, we'd always try the evenings to spend at least an hour visiting members or teaching members with an investigator. So that's probably a typical day in Paris for a Chinese missionary.